A midweek sort of update. So today is Thursday, posting a bit later. Been super busy with trades and monitoring a few pairs in the mentorship program. Kind of struggled to get this out. So let's have a look at a few pairs. Some really nice moves, some really nice trades as well this week, especially on CAD JPY, which I did cover earlier in the week. To set up, I also shared within the mentorship program. But let's go ahead and have a look. So the dollar just continuing to be super bullish, which is exactly what I said. I said we've broken above 102.8, 103. Look for this to retest to continue. Pretty much exactly as I marked up has played out. Let me just clear this off here. Clear up my charts a little bit. Now, dollar is actually at a very, very important price point. Right now, it's hitting that 103, 104 region, which if you go to the weekly here, this is a huge level. Like, we've not been back at this level since March of 2020. So that's 2 years ago. And then before that, December of 2016. Both times, not really failing to stay above this level. So the fact, watching this weekly close is going to be very, very important. And also next week's close as well, because this could be a fake out. The dollar is just crazy bullish. Like, we've been on this bullish run really since May of last year and have really not had like a serious correction, just been kind of up, down. So just crazy move on the dollar. Before it moves lower, I expect this to show some signs of exhaustion, but for now, the dollar is very bullish. So keep riding the bullish wave until we begin to see signs of exhaustion. But for now, at least of right now, we're not seeing any signs as of yet. Even on the daily and 4 hour, it just looks very, very bullish. Having a look at AUD USD. So coming into this week, we were looking for buys from here. It ended up closing below. Then we're looking for sells. Ended up closing above. Faked out. Tested. Actually gave a nice sell here today. I was looking at this. I wanted a little bit more, just because it's somewhat messy, but there definitely was a sell from here you could have taken. I wasn't too interested in this pair, to be honest. Even I covered this in the mentorship program. I was like, look, we're looking for sells. This does look good. I wouldn't mind waiting for a little bit more price action here. But at the same time, like, I did say that I wasn't too interested because it's just been somewhat messy, just kind of up, down, kind of just toying around with this level. Plus, we ended up taking NZD USD instead, which, as you know, they're extremely correlated. So one pretty much follows the other. I think they're like 96, 97% correlation on the 4 hour. So what I'd be looking for here is we've broken below 0.71. As I've said, beginning of this week, I said I favor this to come down into 0.7, if not, 0.69 region. I do think we will see that level hit, might even hit this week. What I'd be looking for any possible positions on this pair, if this can load, I'd be looking for this to maybe pull back up into this level. It would not surprise me if this pulls back up into 0.715 and then moves lower. That'd be a really nice setup as well, especially on like the 1 hour or 30 minute for an entry. I don't know why TradingView is not loading. Here we go. Go the 1 hour here. If this can pull back up here to test again, then I would definitely be looking for sells. It'd be a nice little pattern, another little test of that 715 100 level for a move down into 0.69 region. That'd be a really nice move. Otherwise, there might not be anything else here that I'm really interested in. It's kind of in free fall. A lot of pairs are in free fall right now. CAD JPY. Let's have a look. So beginning of the week, I did say I favor JPY pairs to make a move higher. While that ended up happening, they did have a smaller move, somewhat of a move lower first. But all JPY pairs have since had a move higher. So beginning of the week, I said, it closed above here. Look for the retest to go up. It then closed below, then closed above, then closed below. Just pretty much messy price action, and then push down. This is a setup I shared within the mentorship program. So it ended up coming back down, as I said, beginning of the week, looking very, very bullish on higher time frames, making higher high, higher low. Then ended up respecting this 99-200 level, 99 region, and then pushing back up. So right now, this trade is around 250 pips in profit for a 1 to 10.16, give or take. Looking for this to push up into this 102.8, 103 region. Now, remember back on the weekly outlook I posted on Monday, I said before any JPY pairs are to go lower, I do believe they'll push up into, like, for example, back up into 102.8, 103. And then if it is to go lower, I think it will happen from there. So what I would be looking for is if price can come up and start showing a lot of bearish exhaustion, wicking to the upside patterns, just a lot of it, again, it's just bearish exhaustion, bearish price action, failing to break that 102.8, 103 level, then I would definitely be looking for a possible sell. But right now it's between structure. I would just, we need to wait for this to pull back up into here. But this trade right here, like by the time it hits from 99 from our entry down here up into 102.8, 103, that's gonna be 357 pips for a 1 to 14. Like, I know many of you who follow me are trying to get funded through companies like FTMO or the other ones. Like, that's your FTMO done just off one trade. One trade, FTMO done. So power of less is more approach, using proper risk management. I would suggest 0.5 to 1%. And then just kind of following with that. And again, you might take only 1 or 2 trades a week. You're going to make much more profit on those 1 or 2 trades than you would taking 2, 3, 4, 5 trades a day. Like, you don't need to put yourself in the market that much. Every time you enter the market, you are literally risking money, and you want to make sure that you enter only if and when the setup is clean and gives you the price action you want. This is like like I just said, you'll make more money from less trades than you will from taking multiple trades a day or many trades a week. That's something I had to overcome and learn myself when I was learning, because I used to take 2, 3, 4, 5 trades a day, being like, okay, more trades equals more money, and that's just not the case. It's a less is more approach, and you want to make sure you're really limiting how much money you're putting into the market, because that's risk. You want to only be risking money when the setup is there that really meets all the criteria that you're looking for. So this one trade, beautiful setup, textbook setup. And yeah, really clean price action. So once it moves up into this level here, make sure you guys watch that. But based on the price action and the time of day, this will most likely be a Friday setup, if not maybe a next week setup, because a lot of price action is needed. But definitely be watching this as you move into Friday this week, which is tomorrow. Next one, Euro JPY. So I did a slight zone adjustment on this since the video, but it ended up doing exactly what I said anyways. So I said, look for this to retest this 135 for sort of 500 region for a move higher. It did exactly that. I know quite a few people, on Instagram or whatever, were selling this, which doesn't really make sense why they were doing that. They were selling it at this level. 135 to 135 is a pretty big level for EJ. So really clean price action, clear pattern here for our pin bar, like you're in, just beautiful price action here. Like, even if you want to be, somewhat patient and wait for like a really strong rejection, like that's your entry there. And you'd be up 210 pips right now for 1 to 6 almost, with much more upside, expected. So even to our next zone up here at 138.5, 138.8, you're looking at a 1 to 8.5. So what I'd be looking for now, for those of you who, I know a few of you guys actually caught this, so I appreciate the messages. Really good job. What I'd be looking for now is it to retest this level like it's currently doing, something like this, for buy up into 138.5, 139 region here. That'd be a nice little trade. Plus, it could go a hell of a lot higher. You have to remember, like JPY pairs are very, very bullish. Okay, so if this was to come back down and test again, for example, like this, I'd be looking for this to push up into here. And then if it breaks this level, you could see 140 hit. If 140 is hit, that's going to be a huge trade. Otherwise, what you could look to do is take the buy from here up into 138.5, 138.8. And then if the price action indicates it's going to reverse lower, so do something like this, then what you could do is hedge it. So have the buy running, close some of your buy position, and then take the sell. And that way, if price, so let me give you an example. So let's say you took a buy here. Again, this is just a rough markup. That's a 140, 150 pip move for 1 to 4. And then let's say price action indicates a sell from this level. Again, you could look to hedge it. So if let's assume it breaks lower, you could bag, 3 to 4% here. And then if it does move lower, you could bag another 10%. So that's, a 15% trade, assuming it only goes to here. Otherwise, let's say that the sell loses and this buy keeps running, then you continue to make profit no matter which direction the market goes. So that's something I'd be looking for, is another tap into structure. I don't think this trade is gone yet. I think it can definitely give more. So yeah, definitely watch for something like this to play out on this pair. That'd be a really easy setup off of 137. GA. So beginning of the week, when I think I updated when price was up here, I'm not too sure. We were looking for buys. Again, guys, looking for buys and taking a buy are two different things. Looking for buys means that is our current outlook. That's our current, I hate the word bias, but that's our current bias of the pair. But that does not mean that we're taking a buy, okay? So obviously, by looking at this price action, there's really nothing here to indicate a buy at all. So price then broke lower, and really it's just kind of an in-between structure. If price can sort of come down and test structure here at this 1.752, you could look for a buy. I'd want to see some some nice bullish price action like the 1 hour or 2 hour, for example, just to give that sort of bullish confirmation. But it is making higher time frame patterns. Like you have like a 4 hour and 8 hour pattern here, plus it's forming like another 4 hour pattern. So any strong rejection of this level could give a nice buy up into this 1.775 region. And then from there, it will either break higher or break lower. So right now, again, it's still floating above structure. A lot more price action is needed. But once price pulls down into here, I would definitely be monitoring this for a possible setup. Last pair is USD JPY. So beginning of the week, price broke below structure. I did say, we're looking for something like this to occur. Obviously, there's just no price action to indicate that. Again, looking for a sell and taking a sell are two different things. Like even looking at the 1 hour, if you want to say in the higher time frames, 1 hour, 2 hour, there's no price action at all to indicate a sell. Price then broke above structure, tested, and then just rocketed to the upside. So, yeah, honestly, on this pair, it's so far up into the highs. Like you would have to go way back to look at structure. So what I would do, guys, is I would wait for this to kind of print some new zones. We're hitting 131, so it's also worth noting that. So the dollar is just crazy bullish and JPY is just crazy bearish right now. So honestly, I would just kind of leave this alone until next week. There's nothing really clear here, in my opinion, that I would want to trade. I would either want to see something have like a pullback and we can look for a retest of structure down here, or we can look for this to print something new. But for now, there's really nothing here. A few of the trades. So this week, we've also want to cover some trades on like pairs like NZD USD. So these are some trades that I've shared in the mentorship program. Let me go zone charts. So for example, NZD USD. So right now we're in a trade from yesterday. We took this, which is around 6.5% in profit. And this is another trade I shared 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. That's now a 20.45. So that's 400 pips there plus 125 pips there. That's what, 530 pips for a 1 to 20.5 and a 1 to 6.25. So that's 27% you could have made on one pair in 2 trades in 2.5 weeks using 1%. Guys, like on a 100K account, that right there is 26K. You don't need, that's what another example. I hate when I go on Instagram or on social media, I see traders like just have like 10 different entries on one pair. You don't need to do that. If you use proper risk management and you just follow along with the market and you use strict risk management and you trade less and you just focus on quality setups, you can catch every single move within the market and get really good risk rewards. Like this is only a 20 pip stop loss. Like the max stop loss I do on NZD USD is 25. Like this is not a small stop loss, it's not a big stop loss. The smallest stop loss I'll use in this pair is 15. So this is just a really big move. It took 2 weeks to get to this level. Obviously for this trade to play out. So again, guys, like less is more. Focus on quality setups. It depends on your trading style as well. I'm more of a swing trader. I'll be in and out of positions within a few days. Sometimes I'll hold them for a few weeks. I've even held trades for like a month or two at a time. So you need to figure out like what type of trader you want to be. Do you want to hold trades? Do you want to be in and out? Do you want to scalp? For me, I've tried pretty much everything, and I find that sort of scalping and day trading isn't for me. I like to relax. Swing trading is very easy. It's not a job. Like I can literally spend 5 hours on a chart today and I'm good. Like I don't miss anything. It's not stressful. I don't like stress, so therefore it's easy for me. So like again, like in this pair, 2 trades in 2 weeks is all you need. And I have 9 pairs currently that I'm monitoring for the mentorship students. Like even if you look at EN, for example, here's another trade from 2 weeks ago that reached a total of 550 pips that did a 1 to 13. So it's just, yeah, add this plus the NZD USD trades, that's over 35%. Plus you look at the CAD JPY, which is a 1 to 10, and then other trades that we've taken as well. Like you're looking at 40-50% in the last 2.5-3 weeks. So guys, I get a lot of questions like, should you scalp? Like it's up to you, okay? Like I can't tell you what to do. All I can tell you is from my personal experience, I've tried everything, and I like easy, I like stress-free, I like, rinse, repeat. I don't like to guess. I like to know what I'm looking for, and then I wait for it, okay? So make sure you guys backtest every day. Figure out what type of strategy you like and what works for you as a trader. I know some traders who are scalpers who make a lot of money and they really enjoy it. Whereas I know other traders, for example, who've tried swing trading and they didn't enjoy it. So figure out who you are as a person and who you are as a trader, and then refine it from there. Everyone is different. There's no one strategy is perfect. Okay, it's all about figuring out what works for you. Have a great week, guys. I'll be posting another video this weekend, either on Saturday to do a weekly review. Otherwise, I'll be uploading on Sunday or Monday for a weekly outlook next week. Like I said in my previous video, going forward, I'm going to be uploading 2 to 3 times a week now, giving you guys more setups and hopefully, just educating and inspiring as much as I can. This is literally just me sharing my journey and trying to help as much. I know the Forex industry is pretty toxic. There's a lot of bullshit out there. So, even if this helps, 5 people, I don't care. It's as long as it's, good quality content that helps you guys. So if you guys have any questions, I'm always here. Message me on Discord or on Instagram, and I will always do my best to get back to you guys and answer your questions. Thanks, guys.